Good morning, thriving warriors and those who wish they were. Alexa, what is the date?
It's Friday, May 27th.
Great. And what time is it, Alexa? Alexa, what time is it?
It's 6:15 a.m.
6:15
Happy
on.
Friday, Edward.
Thank you. Thank you. Morning again. Okay. Okay. Good morning, people. And I use that term loosely for some of us. Today is Friday. Today we're going to talk about the elegant equation. Let's see, Jeannie and Carl are here. They spent the night again. Got some productive work done last evening. So we're always glad to see Jeannie and Carl. A lot to learn from Carl. We have some exciting things happening this weekend. Hope you do too. This is the last weekend of May, obviously. And what that means is people who want the program fees discount need to pay before the 1st. And a number of people have. So thank you to those people who have paid for their June payments and have received the discount. What I'd like you to do now is take that money that you saved and put it in a stash account. Open up a stash account, put it in there, invest in the stock market. There could be some bumps, but over time. And one I would suggest is Boxable. I just received something yesterday from Boxable that they're out to raise $1 billion. I think they have $20 million in back orders. So if you figure it's 20 houses per $1 million, that's 20 times, that's 400 house back order. So that's like a year's production. And let's see. So do that. I would suggest you do that. Also, we are going to be coming up with news about a cruise about a year from now, giving people time to set $25 aside per week. If you have not been on a cruise, if you've never been on a cruise, I would suggest this is a thing to do. So we're going to do a Thriving Warrior cruise about a year from now, working out details, and for you to be able to set money aside every week, just to have it go Cash App or whatever towards your payment for that. And how, as a person who's been on several short cruises, like 3 or 4 days at the most, I think 3 days at the most, it's a thing you want to experience at least once in your life. And one of two things is going to happen. You're either going to like it and make it part of a once every 3, 4, 5 years program, or it's going to be meh, but a lot of just relaxing. So we are going to do that. And the plan is to have a number of our contributors doing workshops. So we are going to start working on that cruise. Also, life, dental, eye exam insurance. More about that later. But we're 3:45 into it. We're going to talk about the elegant equation this week for the education part, career services. Our focus has been on how do you get power. Power just means getting other people to do what you want. It's value neutral. It's not about manipulation. It's not about coercion. It's not about bullying. It's not about anything like that. Power is just getting people to do what you want, other people to do what you want. And there is a spectrum that runs from the negative of coercion, intimidation, manipulation, to motivation, and ultimately self-motivation. And we've seen, talked about David Logan, Seth Godin, Simon Sinek, David Phillips, and we're going to sum it up today with the elegant equation. And if you do this, this is all you need to do to get people to do what you want. Really simple 3-part formula. All you need to do is these 3 things. Good coffee. Okay. Okay, let's go back. What is our purpose? Success. What is success? Well, here for us, success is a function of money times meaning and purpose. So to be successful, success is a function, so it changes based upon the ratio of three things: money, meaning, and purpose. And you can create a formula so that if money and purpose, if meaning and purpose equals zero, it doesn't matter how much money you have, you're not going to be successful. You're just going to be a person with a lot of money. So for us, the definition of success is, it's a formula that success is a function of the money times meaning and value. So ideally, having a lot of money, having a lot of meaning, and a lot of purpose in your life will make you the most successful. If you have no money, but you somehow have meaning and purpose, you're still not going to be successful. So it takes all three. What is money? Money is what money does. Money just enables you to do more. Money in itself is value neutral. It's how you use it. So some people can argue that money is the root of all evil, and other people can argue just as well that the lack of money is the root of all evil. Money is what money does. And money is value neutral. Money just enables you to do more. We'll talk more about that some other time. Meaning, act such that everything you do matters. So if you only do things that matter, you'll have more meaning in your life. Act such that everything you do matters. And purpose is service to others. From a neuroscience perspective, having meaning, act such that everything you do matters, releases dopamine, releases serotonin. Depending upon what you do, could release oxytocin. Purpose, service to others, is virtually 100% oxytocin plus some serotonin, and then you can throw in some dopamine in there. So service to others, the easiest way to do that is to spend time helping other people. So purpose, service to others, writing a check, as Simon Sinek says, writing a check to do something isn't really viewed as that good. People who get the money might like it, might like the fact that you're not involved. Hey, you just gave us a check. Wow, that's great. We can spend it how we want. But for you, actually doing something, spending time helping people makes you feel better. And we see that every week when people go down to the food bank and they help. They go to City Impact and they help. So now that's our thing. Our goal is to help you become successful, learn the tools and techniques of success. But you can't be successful without other people doing what you want. That's power. So in order to be successful, you have to have power. How do you get power? Well, power is getting other people to do what you want. We spent this week talking about it. David Logan, 4 words: join, tribe, nudge, forward. Seth Godin, 4 steps: find part of the status quo to change, tell a compelling story, connect the true believers and ignore the non-true believers, and lead them. We heard from Simon Sinek 3 things about telling a compelling story. The story is about why we need to change the status quo. Then once you connect with the true believers, you can focus on what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. Finally, with David Phillips, what we got was functional storytelling, and that's really the story before the compelling story. That's the story to get people to want to bond. So today we're going to wrap that up, talk about the elegant equation, because if you do that, you will get people to do what you want. And if you want them to do things that lead towards money, meaning, and purpose, you have the ability to become successful. Okay, so the elegant equation. Think of a triangle that has 3 points, 3 corners. At the top is bonding. Over here on your left is adding value, and third is ask. So bond. So what you need to do to get people that you want is bond, add value, and ask. Bond, we heard yesterday, bonding technically is getting people to see or feel the world the way you do. So if you're in an fMRI machine and I'm in an fMRI machine and our neural activity is similar, we are bonding. We see and or feel the world the same way. And if people see the world the way you see it, they're inclined to do what you want them to do. Adding value, making people's lives better. They walk away saying, oh, I learned something. Oh, that was good. I actually feel better. That wasn't a waste of time. Adding value. And then ask. You need to ask people to do something for you. Don't assume they're just going to do it. In fact, if you don't ask, they might think you didn't want them to do it. Now, the thing is, so as Nolan Bushnell would point out, the bonding and adding value has to be more than the ask. So his thing is, this is about 115 and this is 85. So if you give more than you expect to take, it should work. Here's what people do wrong. They beg. Begging is technically asking for something and giving nothing in return. And that's just, hey, you got a cigarette, you got this, you got that. Anytime you ask somebody for something and give nothing in return, that's not good. Me, being the kind of person who will actually say what other people think, I will say to people, new people in the program, hey, can I have this? Can I have some socks? I will quickly say, please don't ask me for anything. If you need something, we're going to give it to you. We know what you need. If I don't ask you to ask me for something, please don't go around asking me for something. In this program, you have to earn what you get. This is not a giveaway. This is not a handout program. Most people won't say that. They'll, okay, here. And then they'll feel bad that they gave somebody something they didn't earn. Always avoid begging whenever possible. It's better to do a bargain for exchange. Hey, can I borrow money for a pair of socks? Can you lend me a pair of socks until Tuesday, for 30 days, until I can, whatever. Now, note, some people, well, let's not get, we're at 12:45, so we won't get sidetracked on that. We'll just keep it on the, here's what you need to do for the elegant equation. The ask, remember, the ask should always be less than what you are giving. Don't beg. Always offer to give something in return. If people think that you're going to, that if they give you something that you're going to reciprocate in a way that's actually better, they'll be more inclined to give it to you. In game theory, that's called tit for tat. Tit for tat, not tits for tat, tit for tat. I don't know where that came from. I kind of like it the other way better, but tit for tat. Somebody did something nice for you, you do something nice for them. If you do that and you're dealing with good people, they are going to want to play the game with you because they know whatever they do good for you, you will do for them. And that's a good way to learn to do this, tit for tat. If you come from a background where trust is bad, you can't trust people, you might try tit for tat. Okay, you're a new person I met. I will let you lead, and whatever you do, I will copy. Other game theory things that Jordan Peterson talks about is if you have a game and somebody gives you $100 and you give an amount of money to the person next to you, they can decide to accept it or not. If they don't accept it, you get nothing. So if somebody gives you $100 and you say to give the person next to you $1 and they say, no, thanks, then you don't get the other money. So you got to figure out how much to give them, the person next to you, in order for them to accept it so you get other money. And it kind of works out like close to half. If you don't give the other person half of the money, you won't get any either. That's pretty straightforward. But the real interesting thing is when there are people around watching with this game, if they see that you're the type of person who's going to give very little, when it's their turn, they won't choose you. They won't choose to play with you. So what do you want to do? You want to stay in the game. You want people to want to work with you, So it kind of turns out if you got $100 and you gave the person next to you $70 and you kept 30, what do you think everybody else is going to do when it's their turn? Who are they going to pick to play with? Right. Now, if you gave them 20 or you gave them 25 or you gave them 50 even, who are the other people going to pick? Well, kind of depends on what everyone else did, right? If everyone else was giving 50-50, who knows? You might not ever get picked again, even though you're going to give the same price as everyone else. But if everyone else is doing 50-50 and you're doing 30-70, where you're keeping the 30 and they're getting the 70, you will play every round. Somebody's going to pick you. Why? Because they know that they're going to come out ahead. And that's how you can do it in life. That's the elegant equation, where you're adding a lot of value and the ask is very little. I only want a little. You can have most of it. The key is I want to play in every round of the game. So if I'm getting 30 and I've played in 10 rounds, I just got 300. You played in one round and you got 95, 99. Who's going to play in the next 10 rounds? You're never going to play the game again. That's how it is. That's how it is. So when you think it's a zero-sum game, meaning somebody's going to get all the money and everyone else is going to get none of the money, people aren't going to want to play with you. They're only going to want to play with you if they can win too. Okay, so we're at 1723, elegant equation. All you need to do with people is bond, add value, and ask. And you know when you're bonding with people because you feel good, you like it. Or if it's a really bad situation, if you both feel really bad, you're bonding also because you see the world the same way. Bond, add value, make their life better, and then ask. And the ask should be less than the bonding and the adding value. So that's it. This is the end of the week. This is Friday. Let's make something happen. I will be out looking at a property tomorrow. That could be pretty exciting for people who want to be in the automotive industry. And Sunday is publishing day. Have a lot of things going, working on positive stuff. Let me know what you're doing. Leave some comments to this. Thumbs up would be good. Subscribe. I posted a thing for our teachable class, employment planning workshop, the apprentice course, so you can learn more about this. Please take advantage of the education opportunities that are presented to you. Life has 3 stages: learning, earning, and yearning. If you think you are in the earning stage, you are severely mistaken. You're just on the rat wheel stage, just on the stage of going out, making enough money to get by. We want to help you get to the point where you have financial stability, financial security, so you have money for cruises, for example. You have money for gifts for people. You have insurance. You have money set aside. You don't have to worry about money. And so that takes to sacrificing a little bit now for a better future. So you really should consider yourself in the learning stage, not the earning stage, the learning stage, because next is yearning. So the less you learn, the less you earn, the more you yearn. Okay, that's it. We are at 1937. That could be a new record. Oh, Navy SEAL Maxim, yesterday was the only easy day. Let's go out there and make something happen. Cut.